Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to show my score run on the Final Fantasy IV Trials of Reckoning fight. I know a lot of people did this last week, but unfortunately I needed time to prepare my units and stuff. So now that I have everything prepared, I am running Victoria, Cecil, Ramsey, Kane, and Rosa. I had to take the Esper off Rosa to reduce her agility so that she wouldn't get too many turns. I do have the range buff on her as well. Not that one raises agility. I could probably take that off actually. Range +1 in Maneater. I do have the range passive on, that's super important. You don't really need Divine Light, this doesn't really do anything for her. I just got it on there for fun. Some of the most important things though are Ramsey needs to go first for this strategy. Rams is going first, and he needs his move +1 on so that he can get in front of Golbez very easily. You definitely want the move +1 on. He does have Shadow Runner on for the agility. I don't know if he needs this though. He might not need that. I might be able to get away with Providence of Darkness. Let me see if that reduces his agility too much. He's at 89. I put Cecil at 89. I don't want to risk that right now, because I don't have another teamer to get his agility faster. But for the meantime, I definitely want Ramza to be faster than Cecil. I'll play around with that later. That's actually a good point. I never thought about that until now. So I'm going to put back on Shadowrunner. And I'll play around with whether I can make Ramza faster or not. You definitely want as much magic resist gear as possible, like Armor of Light here, Smart Code here, to reduce the amount of damage taken. Also, if I had another Warrior of Light armor built, I would have that on instead of Alexander Ring, but right now I'm just running a critical Alexander Ring for extra damage. Sometimes that extra damage may screw it up, but that's fine. We do have Victoria here. She wants agility, but she doesn't want to go before Cecil or Ramza. She wants less agility than Cecil or Ramza, but she also wants more agility than Kane or Rosa. So I had to give her golden armor, which reduces agility, with a mix of Siren, which gives her agility. I had to play around with it a little bit. I do have this card on to give everyone attack percent. Effort will probably be more efficient. And then we have the Cecil Teamer as well. The Cecil Teamer is going to be used to buff my party. It didn't really matter what Esper had on Kane. We're capping the overkill damage anyway. And I do have the agility card on, which is really important for me personally, because I don't have 99 Rosa, 99 Kane, or 99 Victoria. If I had all those units 99, I'd probably run Delita card instead, or something along those lines. I do have Shiva on Ramza only because it was giving him a lot of agility. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even run it. And we have the Shadowbringers card on for more light damage. I was testing him on Monk, but I'm going to leave him off Monk for now. Maybe if I had Ifrit card. If I had Ifrit card, Monk would be a lot better, but I don't have Ifrit card max. But anyway, let's get into it. Because the thing about Monk is you can slash chain all the way, and where I'm capping the overkill damage anyway, I feel like you could end the boss on with Pummel to get extra points because he's weak to striking. So it really depends there. And I'm going to be drinking coffee during this run. You want to start off with Ramza's Resist Magic. Gives him magic resist to tank the Golbez hits and the lightning hits that comes. Then we'll just leave him in spot to keep his CT. Excuse me, and we do want to drag Golbez up. So I'm going to move Cecil to barely the top of the steps there just to drag Golbez up. We're going to cast Revitalize so he gets basically infinite AP.
Well then, shall we
remove Victoria and to buff everyone with Holy Knight's Cheer. Where we did Resist Magic with Ramza, it's very important to do Holy Knight's Cheer on everyone there. We'll do Purify with Kane, only to give him some AP. It's literally only for AP. If you have Uldua's Teamer, that would work out great too. We'll move Rosa in. We have to do Pure Prayer to make Ramza immune to poison. Because if we make him immune to poison, he won't take the extra poison damage. We definitely want to make him immune to poison. That's the whole point of Rosa here for the most part. Now this is where the extra movement on Ramza comes in. He can slot right here, right in front of Golbez. And he'll do a taunting spell. Hopefully it doesn't crit these skeletons, because we're getting a lot of overkill damage points from these skeletons. If he crits, it's not a big deal. Move Cecil in. The positioning right here is going to be very important. So there's two reasons why the positioning is important. The two reasons is, the first one's affinity. When they're standing next to each other within 2 squares, they all get the agility buff and the dexterity buff. And the luck buff. They get like a bunch of buffs. So you definitely want to take advantage of affinity. It makes Golbez move down in the corner, which is fine. But another important part, it'll position these 2 lightning elements. I'm going to move Kane up to like the slot below Ramza. And it'll position the lightning elements in such a way that Kane can just AoE them. Then you want to Steel Vision on Golbez here. I was doing Snipe Dagger originally, but Snipe Dagger was causing too much damage. So I'm just going to do Steel Vision. He may or may not hit Ramza, who knows. And then we have to do Kane's LB to get the slow off. And then move Kane here so that he provides affinity bonus for agility. Then it also positions the lightning elements. Also Magic Guard passive on Ramza to reduce any incoming damage is really good. Rose is going to come in and fill the AP for everyone. I have her LB maxed. You don't need it maxed, you just need to have it at like 18 or 19. Because Ramza overflows by like 1 or 2 AP. So you don't need to max it entirely, but 1 or 2 AP over should be fine. Like look, he got 45 AP. So he really doesn't, you really don't need Rose's max, you just need it high enough so that Ramza gets some, so that Ramza gets to over 60 AP here. So we are going to do the shout. Everyone should have magic resist buff. So we're going to do the shout here. How do I look at magic resist buff? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we can see that we should have a magic resist buff somewhere. Magic attack resist up. There you go. Great. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a shout here so that because we have the magic resist buff, we're going to extend our attack and magic buff. That gives Ramza 63 AP. So Rosa really only needed to give 17. She didn't need to give a full 20. We're going to keep Ramza there for the CT buff. Move Cecil in. He needs to open with Speed of Light so he gets the agility buff. That keeps him faster. As you can see, we took a lot of magic damage there. I do not have Warrior of Light Armor on Cecil, so I took unnecessary damage there. You need to move Victoria and do Steal Time, otherwise she'll keep too much CT. So you want to move her and do Steal Time. And we want to keep Kane in a position so that he keeps the agility, like affinity agility buff on everyone. And we also want to move him so he AoEs the 2 lightning elements. So I'm going to move him to the left of the boss. We're going to do Rebellious Spirit here. That'll buff his attack. Probably not even necessary, but we did it anyway. And we move Ramza in. So everyone's giving Cecil, besides Rosa, everyone's giving Cecil a agility buff here with affinity. It is probably diminishing returns on it, but it works out. So this should make Ramza and Cecil super fast, and they'll get the majority of the turns here. And you just chain the boss. As you can see, the crit ring is making Cecil crit a lot, so I'm wondering if I just keep the crit ring on or if I put on Warrior of Light Armor. And the more damage really helps it a lot. And then you want to move Victoria into like below the boss here on this view, below the boss, so that she can steal time, lose her CT, and then get prepared to kill the eyeball down bottom with a Snipe Dagger. You'll get more points for that later. Then we'll just move Kane over here. He could do Piercing Lance, AoEs both lightning elements. Really great. And then we just keep chaining with Ramza and Cecil. Just keep the chains going. Did I auto attack with Rosa? I can't remember. I think I was supposed to auto attack the lightning element, but I can't remember if I did it or not. Yeah, see, this turn, as you can see, the turn order works out so that Victoria can just move down here. Snipe Dagger this guy.
I won't let you get away.
Kane doesn't get an extra turn. We'll end the boss before Kane gets another turn. Sometimes Ramza crits more than once and it actually kills the boss. He didn't crit that time, so that's good. Sometimes you do end it early with Ramza if he crits too much. But if it wasn't for Cecil's crits earlier, I wouldn't have got the boss stand this low. But if you have like efforts card at max, like 50%, you'll probably be able to do it without relying on crits anyway. So there you go. You kill Golbez, you finish him off with Cecil. We'll go over the points breakdown in just a moment. So a couple improvements that you can make here. As you can see, we capped the overkill damage, so we did too much overkill. A couple opinions on that. At the last of it, I did the last Shining Double on Cecil. If you had a max effort card, like a 50% effort card, you could probably get away with doing Pummel at the end. And Pummel at the end would give you attack resistance weakness, so that'll give you more points there. So because I'm overcapping this one, if you could work it out so that you Pummel at the end, you would definitely get more points here. I'm unable to do that at this time. Damage taken, the highest I ever had this was at 374. You can get an extra 50 points there, as you can see. Quest high score of 49416. You can wear as much spirit gear as possible and take advantage of resist magic for that. You can also stun Golbez. I haven't figured out the strat on that because my Kane and Victoria is not fast enough, but you can also stun Golbez if you can make it work out. Number of actions, not much I can do about that. I don't have any better cards. And longest elemental chain, not much better I can do about that. But I do see, for me personally, if I can make the strike stuff work at the end, you'll get a couple extra points for that. But that's it. That's my run for Golbez. I hope someone takes this to use and gets whatever they need out of it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.